DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood-altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky beat.
Hey, what is up, mixers? Welcome back to another episode of the Mixin' Vixens. My name is Emily, also known as Nikon. And join me in welcoming first, we have our other Vixens, Lumi Streams. Hi, Lumi.
Hi.
Hello, hello. We've got Jen, the Juice Fairy. Hello, Jen.
How's everybody?
Hello, hello. And we have, last but not least, Mixtress Rin. Hi, Rin. How you doing?
Yo.
Did you have a good birthday last week?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then we got the boys. It's a judging show. So first up, ID10T is back. How you doing, Dave?
Howdy.
Hello, hello. And we've got Rick, Concrete River.
Hey.
And we have the newest addition to our judging panel, Samuel. I am Sam, our biggest fan ever. How you doing, Sam?
You're doing great. What's up, guys?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Glad to
I'm
be
your
here.
biggest fan ever. What do you mean? He's not our biggest fan. I'm his biggest fan.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Is there something going on here I should know about?
I don't know that you should know about it.
It was more of the fact that he was so excited to meet you, but not us.
What can I say? I have a certain gravitas.
Gravitas. Is that like grab an ass or gravitas?
Rick is, always the show stealer.
Grabbing ass.
Yeah, no,
Grab an ass.
it's mostly just the extra gravity I have. I'm a very large man, so that's how it works.
Are you stealing? You're stealing some of my gravity. Is that what you're saying? I'd like for you to tell that to my boobs. They don't agree.
I
That's why they're
got
getting
way too
dragged.
much gravity, okay?
Oh, geez. What did everyone do this weekend?
Mowed the lawn.
Mowed
Rated.
lawn. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I was all right. Sweaty.
I caught a wasp that I thought was very deadly until I just recently found out it was not.
Yeah, just a pretty normal wasp. Although, yeah, I just double checked that is a metricus wasp. Yeah, it's just a paper wasp. But I spent the weekend messing around with wasps, so here I am.
All right.
You spend the weekend messing around with wasps?
No, I already went over it with the panel, so I apologize. But no, we went out this morning, and that's the reason why I look slightly more dead than usual, as I was out in 90-degree heat collecting wasps for the last couple hours. So,
What a good husband.
I'm
I
right
really
there.
like, you just go and have fun. I'm not getting near any wasps.
hey,
On
she hasn't put a
purpose.
ring on it. We're good.
How do you find the wasps?
Dude, paper
You lose
wasps are
them?
literally everywhere. Around this time of the year, if you give them a good source of fresh water and there's like flowers and shit around, they'll just be swarmed with paper wasps.
What's the difference between a paper wasp and a regular wasp? I mean, I think they should all be dead wasps, but I mean, I'm just awful to the environment.
Paper wasp is kind of a like colloquial catch-all term for a whole bunch of different like subspecies. It's just one specific kind of wasp, and there's literally thousands of other wasps out there. So there's just a whole lot of the paper wasps.
Gotcha.
Murder wasps. Which ones are those?
Those are a giant hornet, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the long story short, unless you're a commercial beekeeper, you probably don't have to worry about those.
That's good.
Yeah. Got it. My friends are I have some friends that are beekeepers, so I'm so fortunate to be able to get fall honey and spring honey. And I just collected my spring honey. and I kind of rotate it, because when you have allergies,
Yeah.
my spring allergy is not going to do anything for my fall allergy, and vice versa. So I just collected my spring allergy honey that I'll put away for next spring, and then in the fall, and I just rotate it like that.
Can I send you some money? I want real like honey. I can only find the grocery store honey. I don't have connections to know where to find real honey.
Are you somewhere around like a farmer's market or something? Because there might be somebody reputable.
I
down
never
there.
leave my house. I'm a fucking hermit.
I'll connect you on Facebook with my friends. I don't know how many they have left, but I know that I got a huge bottle for like $20, $25.
Nice.
We're pretty much living on we're still living on research honey. The university that the girlfriend's attached to has a honeybee research program, and so it's like hot and cold running honey. It's pretty sweet, actually.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but what about you, Dave? What'd you do this weekend?
I didn't know it was a weekend. The days all just run together now.
Oh, all
Doesn't
right.
that suck? I mean, I agree with you, Dave. I mean, the days all just run together, but I work from home. So I think I had a meltdown yesterday because I saw some friends went to the beach, and, it was Saturday and I was off and I didn't have anything to do, and I didn't really have too much to do around the house. And I think I had a meltdown. I think I was just like, I've been in this house for way too long. And then I'm better today. I just got over it.
I went to the beach yesterday. Went kayaking in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm just a social person. So freaking being stuck, not socializing is driving me. I think it's driving me crazy. I'm not okay.
Yeah, you gotta have that social time. Especially, extroverts, you get your energy like from other people, right? Like that's how you get your energy, and you kind of fill your cup up by being around other people. And
then when you're around a lot of people and you fill your cup up, then you're happy to be home for a little while. But when you've been home for months after, I go out. I'm not just stuck in the house. I go to the grocery store and I go, but really my social,
that's not
my social bubble is like really small right now.
Yeah.
Rin is like in heaven.
We don't have any recipes.
It's not much different than normal.
Oh, you know what I got? I got the Wonder Flavors. Do you guys have them?
Yes.
Yep, I got all those.
Yeah. I'm so
I haven't had a chance to
excited. I'm
even
gonna
smell
test
them yet.
tomorrow.
They all
haven't
taste
smelled
really
them
good on the back of the hand.
You should smell the egg yolk on camera.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'll do that. Right now I got the Philadelphia butter cake.
Oh, that
Smells good.
I'm excited for so many of them. Like they all just sound so good.
Egg yolk right here.
And normally with Wonder Flavors, like if it sounds good, like it's a good chance they're gonna be good. They don't have too many duds.
I have to find it. I'll sniff it on camera.
I'm still not sure
I
about
have
that.
it because I saw it and I was like, there it is.
I didn't drive 60 miles to get a food truck visit.
Oh, Portuguese egg yolk. No, that's an egg tart. Egg yolk.
So this week's mixes, the judges got to choose between another unicorn milk type drink, just a unicorn dude picture, like a s'mores type milkshake, the blackberry lemon tart pie thing, and then the strawberry lime cheesecake. So, and they could pick whatever they wanted of that for each of us. So hopefully there was enough variety to keep you boys happy.
I had to sub everything for Wonder Flavors double mint. So
Everything.
everything.
I'm hoping nobody picked my s'mores because that was just an experiment gone wrong.
That's the thing with the new format, and that letting them kind of choose what you want is all your mixes kind of have to be as good as you can, because that's what would happen is when we've started out kind of choosing what they would mix. And so every now and then we would be like, it's kind of a shitty week. So it's fine because we just won't submit that to be judged.
I mean, those are fun though. I'm just saying. I don't know. Like I'm pretty entertained by train wrecks. So
Mine were all pretty good.
Good.
And it's entertaining when you guys are entertained by train wrecks.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly good at being confrontational, but I do like it when Dave's on and he hates something because, like, for some reason, you people still talk to him even though he's a complete bastard about stuff.
That's part of his charm, you know?
I wish I hated some of these, but I really don't hate any of them. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess we won't get your charming personality this week. We'll get
No,
good old bland, normal Dave.
That's exactly what you'll get. No, I'll try to be nitpicky about them if that helps, but I don't hate any of them.
Sounds good. I guess we're stepping up our game.
Yeah.
I'm just getting better at picking recipes, probably.
That too.
You don't
Try
just see
not to
something
pick
like,
the
I'm going to
train
hate that one. Let's mix that one.
Let's mix it up.
Although I gotta say, with the expanded rainbow of flavors, me picking what mixes I'm mixing more is just like, oh shit, what of this do I actually have? So
I had to make a big old VSO order to even get any of Lumi's done.
At least you got VSO flavors now.
Yeah, I think you'll be
cool.
happy. Yeah, you'll be happy that you did because
I am.
they're pretty good.
The blackberry smells awesome.
Oh, I don't have the blackberry.
It's the only one I smell. It doesn't smell straight up like there's perfume in it. So that's nice.
I got out the flavor hat so we could draw names for who's going first.
Sweet.
oh god, not the hat.
Okay. Time for the hat.
Anything but the hat.
Dave is enthralled.
Power of the hat.
Let me know when I'm picking a name.
Go.
Shake it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it like
How many are in there? Are there any?
Everybody's in here except for me.
Just 4?
Actually, apparently I am in there.
Oh, she is.
Oh,
Son of a bitch!
it serves you right.
All right, guys, attack.
And go.
Thought you were drawing names who went first for us.
No. You guys
No,
that way
that's
you
not
guys
how
know
it
who
So
to
who
start
goes first here?
Why don't you take it away?
All right. I did Lumi's VSO cheesecake. The strawberry cheesecake, no lime. But yeah. Do we get to look at the recipe or do I have to pull it up and read it?
Here, I just dropped a link to the recipe in the chat.
Okay, let's see. I'll pull it up and look at it real quick.
We're talking about the same one because they both had multiple cheesecakes.
The VS Lumi's Mix and Vixen strawberry cheesecake. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I tried that one too.
Okay.
As did I. This should be pretty succinct.
Ooh,
Excellent.
interesting.
All right. She did 0.17 Wonder Flavor Boysenberry Raspberry, 1.07 cheesecake graham crust. And I just want to say I mixed it to your percentages. I was thinking about rounding them off, but I just did it.
Attaboy. It's
lemon
super
meringue pie.
crazy.
ELR kind of rounds them off anyways. So Capella lemon meringue pie at 0.23. She had VSO strawberry at 3.23, Flavora vanilla pudding at 0.56, and Inawera Yes with cheesecake at 1.57. I'm surprised I got as much cheesecake out of it as I did, but it kind of played the back note to the fruit, which was really good. VSO strawberry is a good flavor. My first time ever using it. I've never single flavored it or done it on its own or anything, but kind of interesting. What was the Wonder Flavor Boysenberry Raspberry supposed to do that low?
So it's a tiny bit of it.
Oh fuck! It froze. No, did I freeze? No, I'm good.
No, you didn't. We were just all wrapped.
Huh?
Oh, maybe you did. Maybe I did.
No, we're good. No,
Maybe everybody's frozen.
he's
Oh,
not
no.
Cree looked like he was frozen, but I guess he was just very intense.
very still.
I'm always intense. I'm ramped up to 11 all the time. It's kind of a personality flaw of mine, just intense passion.
It looks like Sam is gone.
No, he's back.
No, there he is. He's
You
here.
back?
Sorry.
All right, you were talking about boysenberry raspberry before you froze.
At 0.17, what's it doing?
It's adding a like syrupy taste to that strawberry.
I think I got it. The guy kind of added, made it a little bit darker.
Yeah, like a strawberry jammy kind of note.
Yeah, it was good. Yours is the only one I actually added some sweetener to kind of get a little bit more. But yeah, cheesecake was more in the back than the fruit on this one, which is something I've never really done. I usually do it the other way around, but it was good. I liked it. It was good.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mixed the same one. I don't taste strawberry for shit. So, you know, this seems like a recipe kind of more about VSO strawberry, but then again, I had none of the VSO flavors.
Yeah, why did you pick that? You don't.
I wanted to try the cheesecake base.
So,
yeah,
All right.
no.
And he might have been able to taste this strawberry.
Yeah.
You never know until you mix it.
Hey, I love that cheesecake base. That's my shake and vape cheesecake base.
it was a
See,
good bake.
there you go. It's valid. I didn't have the VSO strawberry and I wasn't going to be able to taste it right anyway. So I figured, fuck it, let's do this one.
Wait, Lumi, what part of this is specific to the strawberry cheesecake and what part of it is your cheesecake base?
So really it just depends on which fruits I'm doing with it. I
Uh-huh.
normally will use straight up vanilla pudding by Flavora, Yes Sweet Cheesecake in Awera. I really like lemon meringue pie by Capella in there. Cheesecake graham cracker crust. The boysenberry raspberry I will use for either strawberry or blueberries or raspberries.
Okay.
I want to say, I'm not sure if I was picking up much of the cap lemon meringue pie in there either. That's just kind of hiding itself off in the back.
Well, yeah, only 0.23%.
Yeah.
And that's normally a weaker flavor anyway.
I think mostly what you're going to get from that at a lower percentage is just a little bit of like brightness and tartness.
Mhm.
The lemon should kind of disappear behind the berry. So anyway, now that I've screwed up this recipe entirely by not having the VSO strawberry, I was mostly interested in the cheesecake base. And it's good. That is a pretty good, pretty simple cheesecake base. I feel like maybe I would lean into some sort of like heavier crust element, like maybe some flavorless graham cracker or something, or just like a little bit of extra kind of AP, but in terms of where that cheesecake is sitting and you kind of taste the crust but not feel the crust, I guess. But that's kind of more of like a personal thing.
Yeah.
Now, I thought the cheesecake base was solid. The thing that struck me the most about the recipe is that I get a nice tartness to it, like two ways. Like up front, like it has some really fresh tart strawberries on top, and then also the cheesecake itself has a nice little brightness and tartness to it. So that was cool. I've never tried the VSO strawberry as a single flavor, so I didn't know how much of that tartness was from that, or how much of it was from the tiny bit of boysenberry raspberry in there, or the lemon meringue pie, or just how it all fit together. But it worked. I thought the crust notes came through well enough. Authentic too, and a nice thick creamy cheesecake, topped with fresh strawberries. So, yay. If I wanted a strawberry cheesecake with more of that like extra goopy, super sweet, syrupy strawberry stuff on top, I might be disappointed. But otherwise, it's perfect. And if you look at the picture doesn't have that goopy. It's got a couple of fresh strawberries on top. It doesn't have the strawberry goop that you tend to associate with strawberry cheesecake. So it's really good representation of the picture, and it tastes great. So win.
I'm a baller. What can I say?
There you go.
All right. Do I pick the next name?
Be right back. 1 second.
What are you doing? Yeah, go for it.
That was graceful. I like that.
So graceful.
All right. Cat was going crazy.
Edge of my seat.
Monikin.
Emily, you're up.
Hey.
Hey.
Alrighty. Let me have it, boys.
I tried the cheesecake again. Also cheesecake.
All right. So that is, I just named it Nikon strawberry lime cheesecake. And what I did with that is the cheesecake part. I did. I kind of started with the whole Alfred Pudding's cheesecake trinity, only instead of, which is cheesecake, graham crust, New York cheesecake, and yes, we cheesecake. But instead of using Capella's New York cheesecake, I used Pure Willems because to me, Capella has like this sour tanginess that I just don't like, this off note that I don't like. So I subbed it with Pure Willem, which to me is very similar to it, only without that off note. And then for the strawberry, I did a combination of FA Red Touch because I wanted like a natural strawberry with Wonder Flavor Strawberry Juicy. And then I just wanted a touch of lime because there is that lime slice in there. And so I just did 0.75% FA Lime Tahiti Distilled, which is really like a zesty, peely type natural lime. And then super sweet, of course.
So the question I had about it was, did you have time to try any other limes, or was that the first one you went for and it worked well enough and you were happy with it and you just good to go?
That was the first one I went for. I did a couple versions switching out like some cheesecake elements and even some switching out strawberry elements. But the lime part was such like a small part of the mix that I just decided to, because it worked and it wasn't like obnoxious or anything, and it was the right kind of note I was going for, to just leave it alone and not mess with it.
Yeah, you got the lime and the strawberry right on top of a nice cheesecake, which is, I mean, it worked. I was just wondering and see if I could learn something here, because if you had tried other limes and they didn't work, I would note that and not make that same mistake. Because I would have gone for, there are so many other options for lime, like Vape Train Persian lime or Florida Key Lime by Flavor Art, that I would have probably tried to use first. So I just wanted to check with you and see if you tried those and they didn't work.
Yeah, no, Persian lime would be an excellent choice, I think, to use. I just kind of went old school, and distilled lime has always been a pretty good, zesty type peely lime. So
yeah. Favora Lime Wedge would have been perfect if it weren't so damn fadey.
Right? Yeah, if it didn't disappear completely after an hour.
Yeah,
that is like one of the most frustrating flavors in existence. It's fantastic.
I know.
For a minute.
It's so good for a minute, and then it's just gone.
The FA distilled lime, or what's it called, Tahiti lime distilled, is a little bit lime soda-y. And it makes it a little bit, if I wanted a lime cheesecake, it would be like, and I use a lot of it, it'd be like pouring lime soda on top of a cheesecake rather than a slice of lime, probably. But for just a small little hint, it works just fine. So the way you've got it there is perfect. All the elements are there. You get a thick, slightly tangy cheesecake, not too tangy, a little crust. The fruits pop right on top. So it's a successful recipe. I posted that picture or suggested that picture or whatever in the Facebook post before you put pictures. And it made me regret posting that picture, just not because there was anything wrong with the recipe, but because I started to want, as I was vaping it, a cheesecake vape that was just absolutely covered in that strawberry goop. And I put
that
a
would
picture
be a different picture.
Yeah, I put a picture that did not have that, and you gave me the picture and not what I found myself wanting after I tried it. I was like, man, I just want a big bunch of gooey strawberry crap.
You want goop, Dave? I'll give you goop, but
I know.
I post a picture of the goop.
I didn't post a picture of the goop. That was my fault entirely, and not yours at all. This is a recipe, is a really good representation of the source material that you were given.
You're just bummed about it.
Yeah, I'm just bummed that
too accurate.
I feel guilty, and like I did this to myself.
Yep.
Dave's just out there looking for goop.
Yeah, just add some more boysenberry raspberry and you should get some goop.
Or one-on-one strawberry jam.
One-on-one strawberry jam would do the goop for me. Yeah, I might just put that right into the bottle and see what happens.
There you
Don't
go.
even measure it or anything. And it's going to be the best strawberry cheesecake ever with just a hint of lime, and I'm going to be mad because I'm not going to know how much exactly I put. I'm not going to be able to recreate it, and my life is going to be ruined. So maybe I won't do that.
Just pop it on the scale and take measurements. It'll take 2 seconds.
I guess.
So I did your blackberry lemon pie.
All right, let me pull that one up real quick here. Okay, so that one I did for the blackberry. I did a combination of super concentrate blackberry at 1%, which is a really like extremely candied sweet like blackberry. But I didn't want candied blackberry. I wanted more authentic, so I just did a touch, which is 0.5% of TFA blackberry, which is like a really like almost floral, like too authentic of a blackberry. So like the two mixtures, I was trying to go for like a fresh, real blackberry. And then I did 4% Vape Train lemon meringue tart for the lemon part and the tart, because it does do a good like meringue crust, lemon, you know, the whole package is pretty good. And then I just topped it off to make it a little more fluffy and a little kind of soften the edges of the blackberry. I did 2% Capella vanilla whipped cream.
Well, I picked this recipe because I finally picked up the lemon meringue tart at some point after you've used it in like every single recipe.
And you're so happy, right?
I'm going to be 100% honest. It's a good lemon meringue tart flavor. I will never understand the fascination with lemon meringue tart flavors. Like it's good. It's good. But I think that flavor is doing a whole lot of, and I picked it because I really like Cap vanilla whipped cream and it doesn't get used that often. So, but I was interested to see how this worked because like, I feel like super concentrate blackberry and TPA blackberry are both sort of a bummer on their own. Like I do get like a little bit of a medicinal thing off the super concentrate blackberry by itself, and TPA blackberry, it can really easily turn into like a weird, warm, juicy floralness or whatever. But there's enough sort of body from the lemon and the lemon meringue tart to kind of soak up some of the weirdness, and so you get like the good parts of the super concentrate blackberry and the good parts of the TPA blackberry. And yeah, it just those three flavors work really, really well together. Like that lemon fills everything out, so that was really cool to see. The Cap vanilla whipped cream, it was there. I could probably stand a little bit more of it, but then again, I absolutely love that flavor. Yeah, it's a really good sort of it's a good, relatively simple recipe that isn't boring just because it has the acidity, it has some crust elements, it has some cream elements, it has like some interesting fruit interplay with the blackberry and the lemon. I liked it.
Nice.
I mean, I could make up something that I absolutely hated about that and make fun of the SC blackberry some more, but I don't think that's particularly productive at this point. So
I always like recommend SC blackberry to people because I think it's really good. Like I don't find it very weird. It's just you need to want a candied blackberry. But to me, it's like if Low Pop made a blackberry flavor, that's what it would taste like.
It needs to steep for a little while, or it tastes like vitamins, like just a couple of days.
Yeah. If it's a blackberry, it's a blackberry. If it's not used well, it's a blackberry blow pop flavor.
Can you say that
by
again?
way of Flintstone vitamins.
So is the Flintstone vitamin part because it's dry? Is it the dry chalkiness?
And this is a part that, again, is probably my own personal bias. The SC flavors, the super concentrate, especially the fruits, always have like a weird dryness to me. Like they don't really ever feel like they fill out all the way. And they kind of have a little bit of medicinal edge. I haven't tried a ton of them, but I think of the about 10 of their fruits I've tried, I've been a little bit skeptical. But this is a really good use of the good parts of that blackberry flavor.
Awesome. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh.
My turn.
You're up.
All right, I can get this quick before I freeze again. I did your s'mores
Okay.
milkshake.
Let's see. Here we go. All right, so I did 2.5% one-on-one chocolate milk with 1.5% Wonder Flavors S'mores cupcake. And then I did 2% Vape Train honeycomb, just kind of sweeten it up more and give it a little bit more thickness. And then 1% FA marshmallow. So that one's, it's pretty real without being too dry, and it's just a good, decent marshmallow. I kind of like how it came together, but I'd love to hear your thoughts.
It's really good. I really like what the honeycomb does to the chocolate. It gives it a richness, darkens it up a little bit in a way that I wasn't quite expecting. You get a little bit of a graham note in this. It's off in the back because it's only coming from the s'mores cupcake, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, yeah, the chocolate's really good. I'm surprised with, I did Winstead's as well, and you used it at half the percent that she used it at, and it's quite a bit of chocolate in this. And it's very good, full, and you get the marshmallow mouthfeel and a little bit of the sweetness from that as well. I didn't add any extra sweetener. It's plenty sweet. Came together very nice.
Nice. Yeah, one thing I notice is that Folk Art, whenever he does his chocolates, he'll always add either like a butterscotch or a caramel or something. And you add something like that, like a darker, sweeter thing, and it does kind of make the chocolate a little bit more rich. And a lot of times we'll take care of some of the off notes or like the thinness that you get with chocolate. And I decided to try that with honeycomb, and it worked out pretty good.
I almost tried this one. I'm starting to wish I had. It sounds good.
You can still make it.
I could.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you're not going to, but you could.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah,
but I
Then
could.
you can go on the actual recipe and rate it for her. That would be really nice of you.
Yeah, I could do that too.
It would be. It's not going to happen, but that'd be nice. All right.
Did he disappear again?
Yeah,
He's just in and out.
In and out.
So you guys bring somebody new on and just keep sending him to the Phantom Zone.
It's
there
great.
he is. He's
Are we
coming
picking the
back.
next name, or did everybody go?
I'm not sure. He's coming back now. We'll give him a second and see if there's anything else. There he is. Hi.
I'm
Oh,
whipping up on my phone. This is ridiculous. Sorry.
No worries.
That's okay. My computer used to do that all the time, and I was, mine wasn't supposed to be doing that.
I get the whole thing out before I cut out?
Absolutely
Yeah, I think
not.
so.
Yeah, we're just wondering if you had anything else to say about it.
No, this is really good. It all came together nicely. You get the marshmallow, the chocolate, mostly the chocolate up front, and a little bit of graham in the back, and good mouthfeel, good milkshake.
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All right, Louie. Who's next?
Put this shit down.
Juice Fairy.
What's up?
Woo.
And I've got to pull up my stuff.
All right, everybody attack.
I'll attack. I love to attack her, so just can't wait. I tried the cheesecake love. So there was only one recipe this week that I tried that wasn't a cheesecake. So we haven't gotten to it yet.
I can't wait to hear about that. I actually mixed that up last week. It's steeping now, so
Cheesecake love.
yeah.
It's delicious, but I have issues, of course. I think my biggest issue is in the description. She wrote, "Sweetener is not necessary, but recommended to make it more desert authentic."
Shut up. Sorry, English is not my first language. That's my excuse for everything.
Like it
No
makes
shit.
it dry,
Yeah,
it makes
yeah,
it sandy.
To dessert stuff that has the same kind of. I mean, I really am dyslexic to those words, all of them. It's not just dessert; it's anything, and I can't say zizzers. So how about that?
Can't say scissors.
I can't say zizzers.
Scissors.
Scissors.
I can't. I've tried for years.
Go scissors.
Look, my family has tried for a really long time.
Wow, that's fascinating. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, well, really, I graduated high school in Puerto Rico. My English is store-bought.
Okay. Then you're forgiven for the desert sweetener.
I'll go change it.
It's
Feel free to correct me anytime. My mom does all the time.
the other part of the description is perfectly fine. Soft cheesecake on top with a crispy graham crust with hints of strawberry and lemon. You got all that. It also has a fairly prominent vanilla that wasn't mentioned there. And you can see it in the recipe. It's right there, like 4% TPA vanilla custard 2. Not to mention the little hint of vanilla and Bavarian cream. So it wasn't surprising. It's just, this is the second time in a row that I've tried a Winstead recipe and she's done this to me. Where
Sorry, I'll go ahead and mention vanilla on my descriptions.
No mention of vanilla, and then
When
you
have
taste
you ever
all
made a
this vanilla.
cheesecake without adding vanilla to it?
Good point.
Have you ever made a
That's
cheesecake?
also a fair
Yes,
point.
got you there.
She
Kind
does.
of implied.
I think it's a thing now, though, with her. It's all going to taste of vanilla, and vanilla is never going to be in the description, so just deal with it.
Yeah, but
Just
like
automatically assume you're getting vanilla.
vanilla isn't like almost every single baked good out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for good reason. I usually, when I'm going by a recipe, I'll use twice as much vanilla as it calls for almost every time. So I'm not complaining. I'm just finding something to gripe about.
I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way, Dave.
The strawberry and lemon are indeed just hints, but they're there. It's good. It's kind of emulsified, and I don't know why. Like a little bit of lemon added to the cheesecake, which is a good thing to do. And maybe some strawberry puree or strawberry bits inside of it as well, instead of like a full-on strawberry topping, which is again not what the picture called for. So it's a little bit more inside rather than on top, but it
Actually,
fits.
I debated on not adding a strawberry at all, and then last minute I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a hint of strawberry, like I picked the strawberry out, and it's just got a hint of it. It's not supposed to have the strawberry jam on top, so I left it all.
No, you did that. You succeeded at that. It has a lingering sweet finish that's really nice, even without any sweetener to it. So I don't know how that happened exactly, but it's nice. I guess it has something to do with the custard. I'm not sure. It's good. It's a lighter, fluffier type of cheesecake. The other ones I tried were both thicker, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Especially when it's a bazillion degrees outside, you don't necessarily want like the thickest, heaviest dessert vape. Solid amount of crust, but not too much. So that's also a little bit emulsified, kind of like a chewed up bite rather than like tasting layers really separately. But it's also not bad.
I like my cheesecake was wet then, and it just soaked in.
Yeah. Yeah, very much like that. So it's a good recipe. I try really hard to find things to complain about because it's yours, and I couldn't find much.
Well, thank you for finding some, even if it was my spelling, my grammar.
Lack of mentioning vanilla.
I love ID Denti. He's a trip.
So I did your, let's see, it's the purple pucker pie. That's yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Really she didn't sound confident about that one.
Did not.
I have it after steep here, and I tried it today. So go ahead. Shoot.
Okay. So I like your recipes because you're the kind of person to use 2 different brands of lemon meringue pie in a recipe at fairly high percentages, and like it works. Like that's pretty cool. So the recipe has 1.75% TPA blueberry wild, 4% Flavor West lemon meringue pie, 6% cat lemon meringue pie, 1.5% FA marshmallow, 2% Flavor West raspberry, and 2% sugar cookie by cap. And I kind of liked where you were going with this. Those two lemon meringue pies work together really well. There's like a really nice, strong candied lemon flavor, like you said in the description. The blueberry and the raspberry kind of don't give me a huge like purple vibe. I think they're kind of getting washed out a little bit, maybe when everything's all said and done. I mean, they taste good there. There's nothing really to complain about how they taste. I just kind of want a stronger, like purpley.
It was like a gray pie because that green and that purple blended into a gray pie.
More purple.
Doesn't
Yeah.
sound good. Gray
The
pie.
purple disappeared. I know. I agree with you with that. Purple was weird.
I mean, yeah, it kind of was like one of those things of like, well, shit, I wonder what would happen if you just leaned into it a little harder. But after letting this steep, I think I mixed it up, I want to say last Saturday, maybe last Friday. I think maybe the FA marshmallow is a little dry here. Like anything over 1%, I guess, can get a little bit dry. And I think it gets soaked up by the base. Like you had the steep day on there as one shake and vape. And this would probably taste quite a bit better as a shake and vape. I think there'd be a little bit more separation and the marshmallow wouldn't be quite as dry. Cap sugar cookie at 2%. Sure. I mean, that works. But no, I liked where you were going with it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if it was really built for steeping.
It definitely wasn't because mine's been steeping for 2 weeks and I tasted it today and it's just, but again, lemons, limes, key lime, all that stuff just is the number one thing I taste whenever I add it to any recipe. So usually I have to vape those right away because later on I lose whatever flavor was there and all I get is the bitter notes. And it doesn't matter how candied it is, it's just what happens to me and I can't vape lime for very long. So today when I tasted it steeped out, the lemon's gone and all I taste is bitter notes. So
that's no fun. I still taste lemon off of it.
I mean, that's good, and that's what a normal person might taste, but I can't even critique my own recipe because I no longer can taste it properly.
Maybe you've gone lemon blind from too much lemon meringue pie flavors.
Well,
See?
it happens with all lemons. It doesn't matter. I can make a lemonade, I can make anything, and that's just what happens.
So yeah, more purple, maybe less dry. That's my critique. There we go.
Sounds good.
All right. I did your s'mores too. Your chocolate drip.
Uh-huh.
Read the recipe. Who's got that?
Yeah, for some reason I can't log in. It's telling me I can't log in. So unless somebody wants to drop it in the comments for me.
Okay.
Did you drop it on Friction?
Yeah, Jim did.
There it is.
Jim chat.
All right.
0.3 acetylpyrrolizine.
Praline. Acid praline.
Pyrazine.
Penis.
AP.
1.5 Mullenberry Bounty, 5% one-on-one chocolate milk, 0.75 FA fresh cream, 2% Mullenberry Glamour chocolate, 1% Flavor Art Sour Wizard, 2.5 TPA roasted marshmallow.
All right. So I had to try this without the Sour Wizard, sadly, because I didn't have that one.
Why is sour?
So according to her video, it's to separate the chocolate from the milk. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It boosts the chocolate notes. It does the same thing that sour. What's that other sour? Sour does. It does. It has about the same effect as LA.
It does. It just kind of takes off that. It makes it a little richer, actually.
It takes away that Tootsie Roll chocolate note.
Yeah, it takes off that Tootsie Roll vibe.
And we talked, and you told me just to leave it out and mix it, and it should be fine. And it's really good. I don't really get the separation like I think you wanted, which sucks. I wish I could have tried it with that. Really strong chocolate. You get kind of that toasted note from the marshmallow off of it. I don't taste the AP in here. It must just be playing into it. No graham notes or anything in it. It's really just a really chocolatey milkshake with like a toasted marshmallow vibe going on in it. So I really wish I could have done it with the sour and gotten that separation. So sadly that's my only critique, is that I mixed it wrong.
Well, the AP does add to the chocolate. It adds a saltiness to it. So that's another thing. I barely ever can make chocolate without adding AP. I can actually leave out the sour, but never the AP.
I know, maybe I haven't had a whole lot of experience with actual salty things, so I don't know, maybe I'm just not picking it up or what, or if it's just like I said, it's just plain.
If you go too high with AP, you're going to get cardboard. So I mean,
yeah, they're Frito-Lays. I know that. Yeah. It's rich. It's very rich. Very good chocolate. I can't think of like the right kind of chocolate to just compare it to, but I'm vaping it right. This is what I'm vaping right now, but. Yeah, I could taste there's some milkiness to it, definitely. Yeah.
The chocolate milk is got milkiness to it, but it doesn't have butter. So I don't know. A lot of people confuse a butter note in some of the milks that are out there for milk, but the chocolate milk itself is milky, but more like a sweet cream type milk.
Yeah, it's a very dairy-y.
That was that with the fresh cream and the toasted marshmallow is kind of, it's working all really well together. I just wish I had that separation, like you said, because it's a good chocolate marshmallow milkshake. Yeah.
That's what I was going for. So mission accomplished. Doesn't taste
I did
like
just add a little bit of sweetener to this, and do you guys not add sweetener on purpose and then just suggest that people do it? I can't remember, because I always just
I don't use sweetener because
and I tried to avoid
I do
it
sometimes, but mostly I use sweetener in recipes that are just fruit. Sweetener for me takes over the recipe, and then I can't taste the flavors. So I'm a person that doesn't use sweetener unless I'm making just a straight fruit mix. And then the sweetener's there to round it out, and I only use 0.25 at max.
And it's basically to make it more kind of accessible, right? Because a lot of people, especially newer mixers, they want that level of sweetness that they're used to from commercial juice. And so if we don't personally use that sweetener, we still want to suggest it to other people.
And we suggest the percentage and everything, you know what I mean? Sometimes I do. I'm not sure
my cannabis infused brain, when I go to mix, just does the recipe as is, so if I don't put sweetener in my own recipes, I'll totally forget it when I want to use it. So that's what I was just asking.
Yeah.
I just put 10% Flavor West sweetener in my premix bottle.
There you go.
Take care of it.
He just has
sweetener. I can do that one-on-one with super sweet, right?
Yeah, 10% of each sweetener that I have.
She just uses a bottle of sweet nicotine and just adds it to everything.
Just substitute Cap Super Sweet for PG.
Yeah, that works.
It will strip the paint off your walls, but it is sweet. So
it's delicious.
I don't use sweetener in anything.
I just use one drop, maybe, or two, just to kind of
and a lot of people need that sweetness. I mean, and it's perfectly fine to use it. You got to figure I've been vaping for over 10 years and mixing for well over 8. So at this point, I'm numb to a lot of flavors, and some of the flavors are super strong to me, and everything changes. Like your flavor perception changes after you mix, because you do dumb stuff like I just did, where I just tasted all these flavors on my wrist while we've been doing this show, so that I have an idea of what I want to mix first. And now I'm like, I'm going to have to go drink water, a lot of water.
Yeah, I was doing that yesterday. But no, it's inherently sweet on its own, really sweet on its own. Enough so for a lot of people. Yeah, I put a couple drops in there and it's very good. Yeah, personal preference again.
Sounds good. So did we already go through all of mine? Yes. Yeah. Each one of you guys did one. So there's one.
Last but not least.
Draw the name.
Who's next? I don't know.
Next.
Ooh, Rin.
Attack.
Rin, I did your unicorn, man.
Yeah. How do you taste?
Yeah. Sweet. So I don't have it up, but it was pretty easy. You did what? 0.5% of ethyl vanillin or 1/4%?
0.5% ethyl vanillin, 1/4% flavor art
Pazo King.
and 1% Wonder Flavors Pixie Stick Candy.
Yeah. It's a good pixie stick.
That's right.
I mixed it at your percentages for this first time just to kind of see if I would need to have to bump them up in the future or not. I actually got a really good pixie stick off of it without any extra sweetener. I do get what you were putting the Pazzo in for. There's a little bit of a nondescript red fruit in the back, way back there, but was picking that up. I can't, what did I get? I got DIY Flavor Express ethyl vanillin, I think, and it's I can't remember, 15% or something like that. So I just used that. Not sure if I was able to like pick that out, or if I think it was just playing into the whole, because you said it was more kind of like a fun dip
Yeah,
stick, right?
I mean, ethyl vanillin, to me, it just tastes like the stick in a fun dip package. It's like a light vanilla sugary candy thing.
I think if I were to boost any of them, I would have boosted that one maybe a little bit just to kind of get more from it, because I don't think I wasn't. It was hard for me to tell that was in there or not. But the pixie stick candy is awesome at 1% with that little bit of Pazzo King, which is really good. I just got all those. I'm excited to play with them. So, but yeah, I would have bumped up probably for me personally. I guess next time maybe I'll try doubling it, doing 2 and seeing how they work for myself. But it's a good pixie stick. Yeah.
You know, I don't remember if we talked about this when we did that episode, but if someone only has the TFA ethyl vanillin, which is a 10% solution, should they double it?
Yeah.
To get that, so use.
I didn't use.
20%?
I didn't use the 20%. It's just that's what's in all the flavors. You know, you can't add shit. So
okay, so you use the 10%.
Yeah, I use the 10% dilution because I buy the crystals because I like that flavor so much. I just buy the powder and do it myself, but it's a 10%.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe you should change that to TFA ethyl vanillin then, just to.
If it's
I think you had something in your description, I think, on the recipe that kind of, or maybe it wasn't.
Oh yeah. In the but you know what? A lot of people don't read descriptions, as sucky as that is.
Yeah.
They just look at the flavors.
People don't write descriptions.
Yeah, right. Except for blah blah blah.
We really need to standardize this description thing.
I don't see ethyl vanillin for TFA.
Oh no.
There's ethyl maltol, which is not the same.
DIY Vapor Supply has one.
Type in
all the flavors.
Vanillin, because
I'll add it to all the flavors. I mean, not that you'll change it now, but after this episode, we probably won't go back to it. But
I did the same recipe, and yeah, I read the description with the ethyl vanillin 10%, and I have the TFA one. I did double the recipe because, again, I am a garbage person. And to further prove my bona fides as a garbage person, I added some sweetener to it too. I mean, it's a pixie stick. How are you not going to do
tempted.
that? Yeah, how are you going to not do that? No, it's a simple recipe, and if you're going for that sort of like red candy pixie stick thing, I think that's a really smart economical way to get there. That pixie stick candy tastes like tastes like a pixie stick candy. The Pazzo King makes it more distinctly red, and then the ethyl vanillin, I don't know, I think ethyl vanillin's like super slept on in mixing. Like I actually use it quite a bit for some of my own shit, and just dump an extra bunch into vanilla recipes because I really do like vanilla. I think it's like a really cool tool that not a lot of people actually end up using. So yeah, I liked it quite a bit.
And what did you use that at then? At 1%?
Yeah.
You doubled it totally, 2%, 1%, 0.5%? Okay.
That was a lot of numbers. It was 1% of the TFA.
Okay.
Yeah.
7, 9.
I Ren's chocolate coffee recipe was actually my favorite recipe from this week. It was also the only one of hers that I wasn't missing something for, so I'm glad that I'm glad that it was that, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have picked it. But it's really good. It's what she says it is, which is light chocolate coffee, in parentheses, imagine chocolate milk with a hint of coffee, with hints of graham, vanilla, and marshmallow. Yeah, it's that. I also have to say I'm getting a touch of caramel that wasn't in the description, and probably should be for as prominent as it is. But I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. Who's going to complain about caramel? And just a hint of coffee, no yucky coffee off notes at all. And I think that's what the main thing I like about it so much. This is, I mean, coffee and chocolate can both be extremely problematic, and she just threaded that needle. It's great, and there's not any gross off notes, and it's such a minefield, those two things. It's a little light in flavor. I always mix Ren's recipes as written, despite the incredibly low doses of ingredients, and I almost always find them to be plenty flavorful like that.
It was, yeah.
This one is a little bit light. In the note, she says she likes chocolate on the lighter side, and I think that's the other thing I like about it, because again, it's like 1,000,000 degrees here in the sun, 80% humidity, and I'm dying, and I really just don't want a big thick chocolate vape. So it's nice on the lighter side. She suggests bumping it up if you want more. So it's like, she told you how to change it if you want it more chocolate. Next time I'll do that probably, but hopefully I'm just hoping that it'll still be balanced enough that it doesn't drown out the marshmallow and vanilla and graham and the coffee, because those are all nice little accents. I could maybe do without the graham and I wouldn't miss it. It's not like bringing anything that I need to the table, but I'd like the marshmallow, vanilla, and coffee there.
That might be where you're getting the caramel, because I didn't add caramel in here.
I get some from the coffee flavor, the smooth cappuccino cream by Wonder Flavors, and I didn't think it would come through at 1%, but it does. And the graham might be boosting it a little to me. I don't know, because I can taste some graham in the background. And that's I wouldn't miss the graham if it were gone, but if I added more chocolate, I don't want it to wash out the marshmallow and vanilla and coffee, because those are really nice. If it does wash it out a little bit, I'm sure it will still taste good. Vape Trade chocolate mousse is a really nice flavor. And so even though I probably wouldn't have tried something with coffee in the name if I had all of the ingredients to one of your other recipes, the chocolate mousse is just really good, and it works with a hint of coffee. It's a very pleasant recipe.
Yeah, I always see people adding coffee to chocolate all the time, and vice versa, to boost each other up, I guess. So
yeah, for me, because I had tried just doing kind of more true to the picture of what it actually is, which is like a chocolate milkshake with all this crap on it. And for me, I was really struggling with the chocolate milk part, because for me, chocolate, like he said, it's very hard to do with vape. At least for me, it usually comes across bitter, or just like the cheap Easter candy, or
Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. So for me, a trick is just to add a little bit of coffee to it. It adds a little bit more depth to it. It kind of smooths out some of the weirdness and chocolates that can be there. Plus, I thought it would be an interesting kind of revamp of it, so it's not so boring as just to kind of list what's there. Plus, I really like the Wonder Flavors smooth cappuccino. So,
but I like it because, as far as the chocolate or coffee goes, it's a pretty mild, smooth, chocolate or coffee that I can see going really well with chocolate.
Yeah, there's no problems here with the chocolate or the coffee, and like I said, those are both off-note minefields a lot of the time.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
I think the bloodletting has finished.
It wasn't a
Me
lot of
too.
bloodletting.
I hated everything. Everything's terrible. Blah blah blah. There we go.
And it's 7 o'clock. You guys did. It's like you guys rehearsed the timing and everything.
Really? All right. Well, guys, thank you for coming on and
Thank you.
giving us some feedback on our mixes. It's always nice to hear what other people have to say about what we're tasting. And we may think we're awesome, but it's nice to.
I know I'm awesome.
It's nice to hear you guys tell us we're awesome. You know what I mean? At first, it was kind of fun to hear you guys critique us. Now we're like, yeah, tell us we're great.
Yeah, right. Don't be mean anymore. Just tell us we're awesome.
Well, you're certainly all more dedicated than I am, so I will give you that.
Hey, how long have we been on? Like a year and a half now, right?
I think longer.
Yeah,
It's been a long time. Yeah,
It's been
I've
a
been-
minute, yo.
playing along for like a year.
It's been 2.5 years because we started like right at the beginning of the year because we wanted to go past Super Bowl or something like that. Or maybe,
Wow.
I don't know. It's been at least 2 years.
Awesome.
But Dave
Oh.
can rip into me anytime he wants. If he does it poetically like he always does, he can tear my recipes apart. I don't care.
Well, stop making such good recipes, and I'll be happy to.
I'm just saying I don't need the fluffing up. Like if it sucks, just tell me it sucks.
Yeah, you don't need to stroke our ego.
Hello, fluffing.
We want for the most part, we want honesty, right? And
Oh.
I mean,
Everyone-
and if you're honest and still like it, then it's a little disappointing, but we'll live, I guess.
Everyone learns from constructive criticism, right?
That's
Well,
right.
it's not even just constructive criticism. What you taste is different from what I taste. So
Right.
because you don't like something, I love it. So it's like, I'm sorry you don't like it. I like it.
Right.
Except for my s'mores. I fucking hated that shit.
I
All right,
tried
guys.
that too, and it was terrible, and you should feel bad. There we go.
I almost went to mix yours, Lumi, like right before the show, like you do. But
What do we have going on next week? Don't we
yeah,
have?
what are we doing next week?
Yeah, so next week we have we're starting a new round of profiles, and Rin picked next week's picture, and it's just a picture of Phil Basardi.
So with it being Phil Basardo, we each get to interpret what we think about when we see a picture of Phil.
I have no idea what in the hell to mix.
I'm on version
I'm
like
not
11.
allowed to answer this.
Oh yeah, Rin's already on version 11, so she wants to make sure her Phil mix is perfect.
Right.
Oh no.
I feel a lot of pressure because he's aware that he's a profile picture. So
Is he an Italian stallion?
He is.
He kind of looks like an Italian stallion. He's a sexy dude.
For those who don't know, who's Phil?
Oh God.
Who doesn't know? He's like a vape YouTuber, right?
Okay.
The only way I know Phil is Rin's crush.
Well,
I don't. I have no idea. I'm
He
looking at
used to review back in the day when the Cigalikes came out, and it was just sticks of vapor sticks.
Yeah.
He used to review the damn Cardos that he used to put on top, and he used to do taste all the different juices out there because it was really hard to get stuff back in 2009, 2010. And his reviews were what would tell you what. And he was doing a lot of tobaccos back in the day, and then he moved on to fruits, and then he stopped doing reviews on flavors and he went to equipment. But his reviews are like an hour long because he tests how the batteries, if it's actually going to 40 watts, and he was doing all kinds of electronic gadgety testing on stuff and for safety. So he goes so intricate into things that people that have been dating for a really long time know who he is because we used to have to look at his stuff to see what was going to blow up. Because back then, shit was blowing up.
do you know who Grim Green is?
Yeah.
So he's like around that same group of people.
Okay.
Like when they came out, because they came around the same time, or around the same time.
Most of my video watching on vape stuff started with doing it yourself. So there's not a lot of, unless that's hardware review. But yeah, okay, that's cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Notice ID10T and Apexified over there. I don't know why his screen says that. neither one of them have commented. You guys know who he is, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
know
he's
who he
great.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
He's great, and he actually focuses on people who smoke cigarettes and doesn't seem to have lost sight of that with like the
Yeah,
clouds.
no, he's
from
great. I don't want to know what
space.
he tastes like though.
Well, I mean, we won't know what he tastes like. We're just his persona and his aura and what we think about him is what's going to come out in these.
Or what he likes to vape, we think he likes to vape.
I'm just going to mix whatever the fuck I want and be like, this is what he likes. Because
That's where
what
I'm at.
Phil
Lumi.
I know Phil personally, so I know exactly what he likes to vape. So I'm not going to make that. That wouldn't be cool. Because
well, is he going to be a
you don't give him a free
You need
recipe.
to help me cheat. You need to tell me what he likes to vape.
Peaches and watermelon.
Okay.
He
All
already
right.
has
Anything
Yeah,
fruit.
I can get down with that.
Anything fruit.
All right.
Well,
Well,
and he's
guys-
been vaping since the Carno days, so you can just crank that peach up. There's no such thing as throat hit for those.
He's
people.
Yeah, right.
And he still vapes on a Z coil, so I mean, he still vapes a 1.2 ohm mouth to lung. So you can make a mouth to lung, and that'll be sufficient.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Well, good luck, ladies.
Well, thank you everyone for watching, and thanks boys for coming on. If you guys like us, you like what we do, and you'd like to support us in a fun, tasty way, head on over to Flavor Jungle and check out our one shot line. And also, if you want to kind of rep us and donate to CASA at the same time,
And donating to CASA is very important right now. So buy some t-shirts.
yeah, buy some t-shirts or backpacks or hoodies or something over at
Vape
Vaping Swag. And Lumi's got like stands and RDA holders and stuff.
Flavor packs. I think we all have a flavor pack on Bull City, don't we?
We do.
sell
Yeah.
braids in 510 stands.
Yep. Yeah. Get some sick Lumi braids.
And let's not forget the CASA call to action. There is a vote going through right now that is going to make sending things via USPS illegal,
Including nicotine. So if you enjoy getting your nicotine through USPS, especially nicotine, and you don't want to pay the high dollar prices of ground shipping through FedEx and UPS, everybody needs to do the call to action. And tomorrow they're voting on it. It already passed the House, and it's going to the Senate or vice versa, however the heck. One already passed, and it's going to the next one, and the vote's tomorrow. So go hit up CASA.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show. Thank you so much, Flavora and Bull City. Thank you all the flavors and Wayne for having us on your podcast network. We really appreciate it. Everyone have a good time. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, ladies. Bye.
Thanks for the recipes.
Yeah.